First cast of the day, and I already got one smallmouth on the board. We're in Shell Lake, Wisconsin, and I found a point with some rock on it. First cast, caught a smallmouth. No big deal, I'm just that good. Right.
Yeah.
It seemed to be kind of hanging out in that like 9 to 12 foot range.
It's a little far.
Woo! Come on, knot, don't fail me now. Grab that net. Oh shit, I'll grab it, stay there. Come on, buddy. Oh, you little pisser. Come on, boy. Get in there. Jesus. Get in the net, please. That's sad when you get excited over a 2-pounder.
Pretty though.
He is pretty. You look like a 5-pounder yet? Wait a minute. $5-pounder. Thanks, buddy. What? Did you break it off?
No.
What? You're not going very
I
far?
thought it was gonna go way farther. You know.
At least you're trying. Oh no, there it goes. Dammer. Hey, little shit. Stay down, boy. There's a bunch of dinks, I think, in here. In fact, he didn't come off. Stay in here. Yeah, there's a bunch of dinks in here. Clean water, though. A 1.5 pounder. You'll never take me alive. You'll never take me. Need him a little bigger than that. Oh shit. Well, we made it to a whitefish lake. I meant to go to the one in Sawyer County, and I ended up at the one in Douglas County. So I wasn't paying attention. But it's crystal clear water. There's smallmouth in here, and nobody's here. So good on you, mate. Great mistake. I'm a happy little camper. We'll see y'all in a minute. Well, that might be be my smallest smallmouth of the year, but we caught one. We're on the board. Just a baby. Thank you, buddy. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not liking what I'm seeing. On the side imaging and everything, it's just very, very sandy and weedy, more than rock. I Googled it, I said bottom composition of whitefish, but it could have gave me the stats for the other lake. It looked like there was a lot of fry by the boat ramp and some rock over by the boat ramp, but I don't know, this isn't looking very promising. I might be dipping out of here sooner than later. And I looked at some like fish catches on the bass tracking app, whatever. It seems like people catch a lot of like 2-pounders, a lot of dinks out of here. I don't think it's a big smallmouth factory at all. So probably gonna go over to Big Round again, see if we can do something there. There is a whitefish over there that I originally wanted to fish, but I can't find the boat ramp for it on the map. And I don't like pulling into 17 people's driveways before I find the boat ramp. I'm sure there's smallmouth in here, but it's one of my last days up here. The Mississippi's closed because the water's so high, so I can't fish it. And I really want to maximize my time out in the water. And I haven't fished a lake like this enough where it's just sandy and weedy enough to know, where I'm supposed to look for these smallmouth. I would think in like random blotches of weeds off secondary points maybe, or just try to get a transition area from sand to weeds, but it's more often than not, I don't catch anything in those spots, so it's kind of left a bad taste in my mouth, I guess. But we're gonna do some side scanning, see if we can find some rock, buy some off chance, but I haven't seen any yet. Up to y'all in a minute. Well, we made it to Big Round after what seemed like 47,000 trials and tribulations. Boat ramp was absolutely slammed. There's people walking babies and bicyclists and road hazards everywhere. And the boat ramp I went to ended up being all sand, and my trailer sunk in the sand, but my boat did come off. Put the truck in 4-wheel drive, pulled it out, good to go. But I think getting back on the boat trailer is going to be interesting, so we'll see how that goes. Got a teaching moment for those of you who don't know what I mean when I say rock to sand transition. You're like, what exactly to look for? I'm going to show you, because this is a pretty hard transition. Smallie right there. There's a smallmouth right there. Right on the rock sand transition. It's literally right there. They're all over this flat right now. It's the second one I've seen in 20 minutes. They just won't bite. It's kind of a trend though with this lake. If you want to look at smallmouth, come to Big Round. Look at them all day. Right, that make a perfect point to the live scope crowd. People that hate it. It's like, what do you consider bed fishing then, or fishing in crystal clear water where you can see your target? It doesn't make them bite. You can see them clear as day. It doesn't make them bite. Doesn't put them in the boat. So being 80 feet away with the electronic that shows you that there's fish there and you're not wasting your time, I don't understand why people hate that. And I don't even have it. I just don't know why people don't like it. I just don't know what to do. Oh, lordy. This is brutal. It's hot enough, I know that much. Lord. Don't know. We got the skunk out of the boat for this lake. It's tiny. Thank you, buddy. It's about the size of the one we caught at the other place. That was funny. I guess I suck at fishing. Do everything you're taught to do, both through experience and information. Do everything. Ned rigs, change color on Ned rigs. Paddle tails, change weight, change color on paddle tails. Drop shots, change styles. Use a drop minnow, use a worm, robo worm, use a wacky worm style, Nico rig, 1/4 ounce hair jig, 3/16 ounce hair jig, black hair jig, black and green hair jig, brown and green hair jig, top water. I've got a finesse jig on here. I don't know. I fished 8 foot of water, I have fished docks, I have fished 15 foot of water, and I fished 30 foot of water. Not a bite in any of them. I'm not complaining, I'm confused. There's a difference. I don't know, this has been a trend on this lake. It's a great lake if you want to come look at smallmouth, that's for sure. I've definitely been on them today. I've seen them swimming, suspended, you know, 4 or 5 foot under the surface, and they dive back down, they disappear, whatever. But they're sitting where they're supposed to be sitting. They're just not. I don't know. Maybe I'm using too much finesse stuff. Maybe I need to be using a crankbait or a smaller chatterbait, maybe, or. Well, I don't know. Jerkbait hasn't worked here the last 2 times I've been here, even when the water was colder. I don't know. So, believe it or not, we all have our bad days. Everybody. We didn't get skunked today, though. We did catch one little dink at whitefish, but we have been skunked on this lake as far as today goes. Everybody has bad days. Everybody's got days where, you know, you do get skunked, and we're gonna keep going a little bit. We're gonna fish this rocky docky stretch real quick, and I don't know, it's gonna be an adventure getting my boat out, I know that much. That's gonna be odd. Very steep boat ramp, and not compacted sand as your base, so it'll be interesting. I'm exhausted, my legs hurt, my back hurts, my toes hurt, I'm hot, I ain't catching fish, and all that just soaks in when you're not catching fish. When you are catching fish, it's a little easier to forget about that stuff, but when you're sitting in it, you're sitting in it. Literally and figuratively, I think. I don't know. I'd love to have the camera on, but I've already filmed up 3 hours of footage with no fish catches, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. And if we see you again, hopefully we'll be holding a nice smallmouth in front of the camera, and hopefully we can prove the lake wrong. Well, I gotta say, that boat ramp, loading it was a lot smoother than unloading it, surprisingly. We went 2 for 2 today on smallmouth, nothing over a pound. Is what it is, you know. You can't make them bite, that's for sure. Anybody who says smallmouth are easier to catch than largemouth, I think you're absolutely crazy. I think the difference is largemouth have a specific spot they are going to be or want to be at a certain time of year, and smallmouth are just little homeless gypsies. I don't know, but sorry the video didn't have more fish catches in it, but we gotta post the good with the bad. You can't just, you know, post fish after fish after fish and make it look like it's a reality. It's not a reality. You know, catching 1, 2, or even none is a very real thing when you go out fishing. You risk that every time. It's not the end of the world, but I enjoy it very much either way because I always learn something. I guess I learned today that you can't always stick to the plan. You can't always do what you think the fish are gonna do, if that makes sense, or what they should be doing. You gotta have more of an open mind, and you know, I think I kind of fall short on that a lot, even now, obviously. And the smallmouth were definitely there. I just, you know, I've got 1,000 baits in my boat, and I don't know what they would have bit on. Nobody knows what they would have bit on. But I had my 6 or 7 trusty, you know, smallmouth lures, and swap out colors, swap out sizes. But I like to use, you know, baits you can catch smallmouth on all year round. Paddle tails, tubes, nets, just that kind of simple stuff that you can literally catch smallmouth on all year round. It's just, they're so consistent baits, and I like to throw those first, and then if I want to get flashy with it or whatever, and then if I want to get flashy with it or whatever, I can, because I've now located these fish and I know, you know, what they're doing. And if you get more than one bite, it makes it easy to say it's a pattern. You get one bite here and one bite there, that's not a pattern. You can't, it tells you something, but it's not like, oh, I'm just gonna slaughter them from this spot and this kind of stuff. It's like, that's the bad thing about smallmouths. They're little gypsies, and you can catch them anywhere for any reason, and you'll never know. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Sorry about the rant. More or less just venting. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.